safety, and economic growth.
And LeBron James teased a big announcement called The Second Decision, sparking retirement rumors, but it turned out to be a new ad for Hennessy. The NBA legend, now 40, enters his 23rd season as an unrestricted free agent.
Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Want to save a few bucks this season? Then head over to your local Big O Tires for their Save a Buck sales event. You'll save up to $250 on select sets of tires with paid installation through October 19th. The Save a Buck sales event, now at your local Big O Tire.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are back in town tonight for Game 3 of their playoff series with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers have a 2-0 lead in the best of 5. They can eliminate the Phillies with a win. The Dodgers are 4-0 in the postseason. First pitch tonight at 6 p.m. Colorado football coach Deion Sanders had minor surgery Tuesday to help relieve pain and possible blood clots in his left foot. Deion complained of pain in his foot and left leg during Saturday's game at Texas Christian. It's uncertain if the 58-year-old coach will be at practice today. Colorado was at home Saturday against Iowa State. Deion's son, Shador, has been elevated to the number 2 quarterback spot on the Cleveland Browns roster. Rookie Dylan Gabriel is the Browns starter after 18-year veteran Joe Flacco was traded Tuesday to Cincinnati. The Browns are at Pittsburgh on Sunday. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hello, KBLA delegation. Tavis Smiley here. On Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech becomes the epicenter of ideas that matter. The Left Coast Forum is bringing together voices that challenge, inspire, and illuminate, with keynote presentations from people like noted economist Richard Wolff, the man who breaks down capitalism in ways that make sense to working folk like you and me, and Dr. Cornel West will be there, the brilliant philosopher and activist who never stops fighting for justice and speaking truth to power and to the powerless, for that matter. So this isn't just another conference. This is where ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities, and then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Forum. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
Okay, G's up, little scrap. I got money, be a me. Money in the bank. See you,
I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink. I got money in the bank.
Yeah.
Shout out what you drink.
Welcome to Wealth Building Wednesdays, where we center Black, women, and BIPOC-owned businesses, highlight opportunities and initiatives for underrepresented entrepreneurs, and center socially innovative enterprises, building generational prosperity, fostering real networking, and recycling Black dollars. It's Wealth Building Wednesdays on KBLA Talk 1580.
And you know I get so excited when my Wealth Building Wednesday guests show up live and in person, face-to-face, especially today because they're all about face-to-face. So happy to be welcoming in a couple of representatives from the 40 Plus Modeling Troupe. It's a for-profit business that's the only modeling agency in the world whose models are all over the age of 40. Linda Lee is with us. She's a model, a CEO, and the CEO of 40 Plus Modeling Troupe. And she says she has a passion for shopping. Not sure how that plays into and a zest for life, but she's been a model for 40 Plus since 1993. Linda Lee, welcome.
Thank you.
Wow, that's quite a run for a model of any age.
Yes.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
And we have another Linda in the studio. She started modeling at 12. 12.
Yes.
Wow, you've been modeling, and you're now 74, so that's 60 something years of modeling.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, that's impressive. She's been with 40 Plus for about 20 years, and says she expresses herself on the runway, and a member of the De Elegant Ladies Social and Charity Club. Linda Love Ashford, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess the stereotype about modeling is that you got to be under 30, under 25, under 20.
And size 3.
And a size 3 or less, right?
Right.
Yeah. But apparently, if you guys have been doing it for this long, that means you must have work. Talk to me about that stereotype and what the 40 Plus Modeling Troupe niche really is.
Well, we actually started back in 1988. And it was started by a lady named Marilyn Bradford, she's deceased. So she passed about 5 years ago, and she handed the company down to me. So I'm kind of carrying on her legacy.
So you started as a model and got
correct
in the succession planning, became a CEO.
Correct.
And I mean, obviously, other Linda, I don't want to call you other Linda. That sounds crazy. Miss Love Ashford, you didn't start out. You started out as a child model and just kept going your whole life.
Yes.
But did you, when you hit your late 20s or mid 30s, did you think, okay, I'm going to have to pack it up?
Yes. I just stopped modeling, and then I met Linda, and I joined the 40 Plus Modeling Troupe.
So you stopped for a while.
Yeah.
And then you said, then you met her and you said, oh, I can keep going.
Yes.
And compare, child modeling, 20-something modeling to modeling 40 plus.
Well, the group is all of us are over the age of 40. So it was a little different than being 15 or 20 modeling. You have a different mindset on what you're doing.
Yeah. And what about the opportunities?
The opportunities are great. We do shows a couple of times a year. We do a show like a hat and tea party show, and then we do a Mother's Day show every year.
So these are fashion shows.
Fashion shows,
yeah, where you're
yes.
walking the runway and all that good stuff.
And people do hire us.
Yeah. What kinds of things are you guys getting hired for?
Churches, private parties, or retirement parties, things like that.
To do a fashion show.
Correct.
Okay. So you're not just providing the models. Are you also providing the fashion for these shows?
We do everything.
You do it all.
We're self-contained. When we do a show for you, we have our own DJ. We have our own commentator. We bring the models. We bring the clothes. We bring everything.
So do most of the models in the 40 Plus Modeling Troupe, are they like Miss Love Ashford, where they're coming in with experience already, or are some of them coming in as first-time models?
We have both.
You have both. Okay, so how do you teach a 40 plus lady how to walk the runway?
We
walk
have a
the
trainer.
walk. Really?
Yeah, we train the models, so you don't have to know anything. Our only requirement is you be 40 and fit.
40 and fit, so you can't be.
Well, we're setting an example, so we want the public to know and younger generation to know. If you take care of yourself, you can do anything. Because I'll be like 77 this year.
Wow.
So we're still on the runway, and our oldest model is 84, and the youngest one is, I think, 54 or 56.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are way over 40. I mean,
yeah.
So, but are you bringing new people in all the time?
We do bring them in.
She said that kind of slow, like you're not just gonna get into the 40 plus modeling troupe.
Well, you have people that say, "Oh, I used to model," and they said, "Okay," and then we get a lot of inquiries, but
okay,
everybody doesn't make it.
Hey, well, that's entertainment, really.
Right.
It's a tough game.
Right. It is.
It's a tough game. So what do? They send their portfolio. They have to walk their walk. Like, how do they?
We have an application.
I
You have to
gotcha.
complete the application, see if you're fit for us and we're fit for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do any print work, like, magazines, posing for ads, anything like that? Or is it strictly fashion shows?
Well, we have in the past, but after the owner died, it kind of slowed down a little bit. So we're in the process of building it back up.
Rebuilding, yeah. Well, the whole entertainment business is slow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very slow right now. I actually am a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and I, have an agent. I'm always auditioning and sometimes occasionally working, doing commercials and television shows and things. It is slow. But and it sounds like that doesn't really affect you because you create your own opportunity.
Well, yeah, we do. We create a lot of things ourselves. And in fact, we're doing a show in November for one of our, we dance. We're ballroomers, so we dance. And this lady, she's actually 84 years old, and she's a designer. So we're doing all her clothes.
Oh, nice.
In November. So we create a lot of our own events.
So now you're dancing on the runway, or that's another,
no.
That's a separate thing that you guys do.
Thing.
So we can hire you as ballroom dancers, fashion show people, stylists.
A little bit of everything.
Right.
But what we can't do is just waltz right in and join the agency.
Correct.
Well, this is something I have never heard of. You said it is, it's the only one. Where everybody's over 40.
There have been some copycats.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you guys shut them down? Like, what? Why you say it?
Because they faded out.
Oh, they couldn't hang.
No.
It's interesting because I know that we are in a time in America. I don't know about the rest of the world. I'm tracking the United States where the boomer generation is retiring. It's some crazy amount, like 100,000 people a day are entering retirement. And where the number of older adults is huge. It's bigger than any other segment of society at the moment, and that's going to continue for quite some time. So you would think that the demand for your services would be growing. You would think that there would be lots of different agencies that would be competing because of the sheer numbers of older Americans that we have in our country right now.
Well, that's true, but when we do our shows, though, we draw a pretty big crowd when we do our shows.
So you guys are really popular. It's just you don't have that much competition.
Exactly.
Do you think it's because of this lingering prejudice, this lingering ageism that we have? Or do you think it's just no one thought of it? Like, how do you see that? Because I know that we're starting to see more older Americans in commercials. The conversation about menopause, which used to be top secret, no one talks about it, shameful, terrible, let's pretend it doesn't exist, is now front and center. Halle Berry's out there promoting. My friend Denise Pines has the Wise Paws agency, and manufacturers or corporations are starting to take notice. Here's this huge market. But at the same time, the ageism is so strong where you're washed up. I don't know if you remember the Vice President of the United States saying that women over childbearing age have no purpose other than to babysit their grandchildren.
No, I don't agree with that at all. But because we're out there and we're doing things, So, and then when we do our shows, one thing that we do at the end of all of our shows, we tell how old the models are.
Really?
And the crowd just goes crazy.
Really?
A lot of them don't think that we're that old.
Right.
Then they start identifying with us and they'll run up there. Oh, I'm 72. Oh, I'm 65.
So for you, saying your age is a flex. You should see the look on her face. She's like, yeah, girl. If only you knew. If only you knew.
It's a plus.
It's a plus. We're talking with Miss Linda Lee and Miss Linda Love Ashford. They are both part of the 40 Plus Modeling Troupe. Continue the conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-297-1563 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-297-1563. That's 800-297-1563. What do you have to lose? Call 800-297-1563. Again, 800-297-1563.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Hello, KBLA listeners. This is Dr. Paul Wallace. I want to discuss a type of eczema called atopic dermatitis, which is often misdiagnosed in Black children and adults. Atopic dermatitis is an autoimmune disorder that can be accompanied by food allergies, hay fever, and asthma. This rash targets the inner arms, behind the knees, and face, but can go all over the body. It causes excessive dryness and 24/7 itching. It's the scratching and steroid use that leads to permanent scarring. I'm enrolling patients in a new clinical research study focused on better treatment options for atopic dermatitis. Of course, your medication and travel reimbursements are provided. To see if you qualify, visit dermstudies.com or call us at 323-296-0048. That's 323-296-0048. There's nothing worse than itching. Let's take the next step in controlling this problem.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
And Miss Linda Lee and Miss Linda Love are in the studio. Linda Love Ashford. They are a couple of models. And Ms. Lee is also the CEO of 40 Plus Modeling Troupe. They have an application, but you ain't just going to slide in. It seems like it's a pretty elite group. Now, when you're a 40 plus model, what is the aim? Is it to be sexy? Is it to be sassy? Is it to be dignified? Is it to be all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above. So you bring it.
Right.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that you said at the end of the show, you say everybody's ages and people clap because in the rest of entertainment, mostly people are lying, saying they're younger than they are. Yeah. And you're rocking your gray hair.
Yes.
Now, are the rules going out the window? Because I see your hair she's got a, blowout, and it's well past her shoulders. Isn't the conventional wisdom that when you get over 40, you're supposed to keep your hair short?
That's what they say.
You should see the look she has on her face. I'm telling you, defiant.
That's what
they say. But
I have a son who's a professional hairstylist, and he keeps my hair in pretty good shape, but I just like long hair.
So you don't follow those rules?
No.
It's funny. The New York Times had a big article, I think the day before yesterday, why are all the women rocking long hair now? And they're basically saying it's a flex, that if you can still have long, luxurious hair when you're older, then that means you're at least on some level, you're living that soft life. I guess they call it rich girl hair. I guess you got rich girl hair.
I don't know about that. I like hair. So
okay, so you have merch. I see we have it here out. Maybe Miles can zoom in. I put it in front of my computer. You have mugs and T-shirts, and teddy bears, and you guys have like a whole. Should I hold it up, Miles? You can't see it. Hold it up more. Okay. You guys have a whole fan club. Is that what's going on? Like who How are you selling this stuff? Who is the fan base?
Well, we sell it at our shows.
I
and
see.
then a lot of people buy it. Someone that's turning 40 or something like that. Little novelty gift.
Yeah, well, a little late for that for me, but I can pretend. But some people may run. They don't want to even admit to being 40 plus. And you floss you over here advertising it with this 40 plus mug.
Yeah. But they're like, it's like novelties,
Mhm.
and they do make nice gifts for someone.
So how can we support your business? I mean, this is Wealth Building Wednesday, and we like to support Black-owned, women-owned, small businesses, local businesses, because even just your regular old local businesses are being elbowed out by Amazon and other online businesses. And on top of that, we're losing so many programs that were supporting businesses for DEI and women-owned and et cetera, et cetera. So we are on a mission to help support your business. And what can we do? In what ways can we help?
By attending our shows.
Yeah, come to the shows. Okay.
And also all of our shows are on YouTube.
Oh. So much for that stereotype that people over 40 are not literate in the online world.
Right.
What's the YouTube address? Where will we find your shows?
40 Plus Modeling Troupe.
Keep it simple.
Right.
Okay. And we have a show. It's called Fashionistas. It's called The Sugar Show. The Sugar Show, not The Sugar Show.
Yeah, The Sugar Show.
Okay.
That's because a designer, she greets everybody as sugar.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're calling it The Sugar Show. And they're all her clothes, all her designs. She's 84 years old. And these are all her designs. And they're really nice.
That's funny. Well, don't expect somebody to give you some sugar just because it's called The Sugar Show. A Diamond Lil is the designer, Lillian Fisher. And you can get a seat. You can call 31. Can I say this on the radio? Okay. 310-710-4512, 310-710-4512 for an advance ticket. There's a book. You can get the book on Amazon, or maybe just get it at the show.
Right.
And you're selling garments on sale at the show.
Correct. They're all her garments.
This is taking place Sunday, November 9th at the Diamond Event Center on La Brea. So you want to call and get your ticket in advance if you can, but this is going on from 1 to 4 on Sunday. That's nice. What about, this is for both of the Lindas, but the reason I'm looking at Miss Linda Love Ashford is because you've been a model your whole life. What are the do's and don'ts, like as far as what you wear, how you present yourself for a model?
Well, you always want to present yourself as a lady. We all can't wear everything. So whatever you put on, you want to make sure it's contoured to your body. And you just carry yourself as a lady.
I feel like every generation says the generation after them are not doing that they're going to hell in a handbasket, that they're doing too much. And I call it selective amnesia. Like, we don't remember how wild we were.
Correct.
Do you feel like the next generation or the generation after that is not conducting themselves as ladies, or do we still have it?
We still have it. There's a few out there that's not conducting themselves like ladies. And sometimes I see them, if they're relatives or friends, I kind of pull them to the side and, really now.
That's funny. But I love that. That's probably why you remain youthful and relevant, because you're worrying about yourself instead of being busy judging the next generation.
Right.
All right. Now I'm asking the other Miss Linda Lee, the CEO. Are there disqualifying things? Miss Love Ashford says, conduct yourself like a lady. If I come into your studio or into an audition, are there no-nos that would disqualify me immediately?
Well, we can kind of look at you and see if you have potential.
Ooh,
and we can build you up.
The shade. Somebody turn on the heater. It's kind of shady in here this morning.
Well, we've had some like that. They come in a little rough around the edges. But I think once they see the other ladies, they kind of fall in the shape. So
they
to speak.
Step it up.
Yeah.
I could see. I feel like there's a reality show here. Do you guys You guys don't like fight, snatch wigs, and
No.
yell at each other, fight over men. None of that.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
She says,
But now that you speak of men, we do have some problems sometimes with spouses or significant others. And, they come in, and then as soon as that person sees you on the runway, they start looking at you differently.
what? Like what? Like they're jealous
Yeah.
or they're
A lot
jealous?
of times.
Really? They want to
Mhm.
shut down your shine?
We've had some people that have to get out because their spouse doesn't want them on.
They have to leave the
Yes, they
agency
do.
because there's wow. Yeah, well, it shouldn't surprise me. I experienced that in my own life. Oh, I just love that you're an independent woman. Why are all these men talking to you? Why are they on your IG?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. Molly Bell, straight out of Compton, wants to know, do older men attend the shows?
Yes, because we have older men in the show.
Oh, Molly Bell. I think I see an outing in your future. We can't all wear everything.
Correct.
I mean, but how do we know? Like, it's hard to be objective about yourself. We all think we look good in everything, or we all think we look bad in everything, depending on our orientation.
Well, most of the ladies that we have think they look good mostly in everything.
Right. So do you ever have to shut them down?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You say that ain't it?
That's right.
And
because you're representing us.
So
you got to be, you got to come correct now.
I mean, so what is that? Is that like too much cleavage, not enough cleavage, skirt too short?
Maybe it's not enough clothing sometimes.
Not enough clothing. The old not enough clothing. And do you do like makeup and hair tips and all that? You have standards.
Right. We have classes. About makeup.
Oh,
and
you
hair.
have classes. So you teach people how to get there. Now, is that only for the people that are in the troupe, or anyone can take these classes?
Well, currently it's just the ones in the troupe.
Okay.
But it's a possibility that we probably should look at opening up classes for public.
Yeah, charm school for people over 40.
Yeah.
I think we need it.
Yeah.
Well, we just have a minute left here, and it's been a pleasure talking with you, Miss Linda Lee and Miss Linda Love Ashford. What do you want to say that you haven't said yet about your modeling troupe or just your career trajectory?
Well, only thing maybe that I can say is, if you're over 40, that doesn't mean you're dead or set in a class where you can't do certain things. And
60 and sexy, 70 and sexy.
Exactly.
80 and ageless.
All of those things.
90
and we try to set examples.
Yeah. Well, you guys are looking good.
What is Marilyn saying?
If you're over the hill, that means the hill is behind you.
I'm gonna have to ponder that. Well, ladies, it's been a pleasure talking with you. And if you want to go check them out, we can find the merch where?
They can call that number.
Oh, you can call for the merch. 310-710-4512. 310-710-4512. Go to YouTube and check out all of their videos. The 40 Plus Modeling Troupe. Miss Linda and Miss Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
And congratulations. We've got news, traffic, and sports, and the phone lines are wide open. Much to talk about. Let's do it. KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. University of Colorado head coach Deion Sanders underwent a procedure for serious leg pain linked to blood clots. He told reporters on Tuesday that he hopes to return by today despite past surgeries, toe amputations, and a recent cancer diagnosis.
Prayerfully, I'll be right back tomorrow because I don't miss practice. I don't plan on doing such.
Sanders has dealt with health issues related to arterial blood clotting previously. The Supreme Court hears a case today on whether a Texas woman can sue the Postal Service for allegedly refusing to deliver her mail due to racial bias. The Justice Department claims immunity, but an appeals court disagrees. And the Senate has confirmed Herschel Walker as U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas. The Black former NFL star and Trump ally becomes the first to hold the post in nearly 15 years, following a party line vote. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Want to save a few bucks this season? Then head over to your local Big O Tires for their Save a Buck sales event. You'll save up to $250 on select sets of tires with paid installation through October 19th. The Save a Buck sales event, now at your local Big O Tires.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are back in town tonight for Game 3 of their playoff series with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers have a 2-0 lead in the best of 5. They can eliminate the Phillies with a win. The Dodgers are 4-0 in the postseason. First pitch tonight at 6 p.m. Colorado football coach Deion Sanders had minor surgery Tuesday to help relieve pain and possible blood clots in his left foot. Deion complained of pain in his foot and left leg during Saturday's game at Texas Christian. It's uncertain if the 58-year-old coach will be at practice today. Colorado was at home Saturday against Iowa State. Deion's son Shador has been elevated to the number 2 quarterback spot on the Cleveland Browns roster. Rookie Dylan Gabriel is the Browns starter after 18-year veteran Joe Flacco was traded Tuesday to Cincinnati. The Browns are at Pittsburgh on Sunday. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's go. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Hey, KBLA 1580 delegation, your health matters to us. We know that information is power, especially when it comes to prevention and treatment. That's why we're proud to introduce the brand new KBLA Health and Wellness Hub. This online space is built just for you, connecting our community to trusted health resources, culturally relevant care, and even access to diverse clinical trials and emerging therapies. Whether you're looking for information on common conditions, mental health support, or just want to stay on top of your wellness journey, we got you. And the best part, it's all on our website at KBLA1580.com. Accessible, empowering, community-focused. So just go to KBLA1580.com and click on the Health and Wellness Hub icon, because knowledge is power and your health is everything. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-687-7979. That's 800-687-7979. 800-687-7979.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
You do, and we're glad you're here. And no matter how bad your day is, it can't be quite as bad as that of former FBI Director James Comey. He's pleading not guilty to charges sought by the Department of Justice, the Trump administration. He will go on trial January 5th. Some of these headlines, as I read them, as I share them, it feels surreal. It's just not something I thought I would ever hear coming out of my mouth, but that is what is happening. He was arraigned on criminal charges, making that not guilty plea. They charged him with making a false statement and obstruction during Senate testimony in 2020. He was in court in Virginia this morning to put that plea in. And here we go. Here we go. And when I say here we go, I'm not only talking about Comey because it seems that the president is setting the stage to make this the norm, right? These political prosecutions. He's threatening now to throw the mayor of Chicago in jail, Mayor Brandon Johnson, saying that Governor J.B. Pritzker should go to jail, to prison, and saying that has done crimes. Now, obviously, Pritzker could be running for president, probably will be running for president in 2028. And maybe it's just bluster because remember when there were National Guard troops sent into Los Angeles, President Trump floated the idea of arresting Mayor Karen Bass and arresting Governor Gavin Newsom. And Newsom's response was something to the effect of bring it. And he did not bring it. So far, he has not tried to jail either Newsom or Mayor Karen Bass. He just tries to defund them, delegitimize them, sets the MAGA Twitter army and the MAGA media army on them, but hasn't tried to actually jail them. Okay. However, it seems like he's normalizing this conversation. This is what we would typically hear in authoritarian governments. It's what we would expect to hear in a banana republic. It's not the usual. In fact, it's so unusual. Remember, some of us were disappointed that there were no charges for Dick Cheney, for example, no accountability for the torture that was done in our names. But every administration prior to this one, even Nixon, who had an enemies list, did not normalize jailing political opponents. And that's something I think the president is trying to do right now. Even if he hasn't quite gotten there yet, he is he's trying to normalize it by constantly talking about it. And I think that's all bad. It does not bode well. Now, you remember my brother, the mayor of the black mayor, I sound like the Black Information Network, the black mayor of Newark, New Jersey, who is my actual brother. They arrested him. They had ICE, federal agents, Homeland Security, take him into custody. He was in custody for a full day. They let him go. They end up dropping charges. And then recently, Rachel Maddow had a great segment where she aired some new tape, body cam footage of my brother's arrest, which proved everything that Mayor Raz Baraka, aka my brother, was saying, which is that he had already left the area following the instructions of federal agents. He was not storming anything. He was minding his business. And you see the agent take a call from presumably a higher up who tells him to arrest the mayor, which he agrees to do. Clearly, the person on the call is insisting that he handcuff the mayor, which he agrees to do. Another agent is on camera saying, this could get ugly. And so so they arrested him. They dropped the charges. Clearly they had to. Maybe they knew this body cam footage was going to make them look bad. They're going to be sued. They are being sued by by Mayor Baraka as we speak. And he's got a much more solid case with the release of this body cam footage. But all of it is part of the normalization of the jailing of political opponents. And that is something that I said when they took my brother into custody. I said he is the first Black elected taken into custody by this administration, but I do not believe he will be the last. We shall see. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that is what I see happening. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580 if you want to weigh in. I really didn't follow it closely, but I guess there was a whole bunch of hoopla. I heard y'all yesterday in the chat talking about LeBron James. Heard y'all, read y'all. LeBron James decision number 2, and people speculating that he was going to say this was going to be his last season, or that he was stepping down, or that he was going to another team. And apparently he took a page out of Snoop Dogg's book, and the announcement didn't have anything to do with his career per se. I think some fans are kind of mad about this. It's something about liquor. Miles, were you mad? Was that a low blow? I was mad at Snoop when he did that, by the way.
With Hennessy.
Hennessy?
Brown and Hennessy have teamed up, and now it's a thing now. Go together.
So that's the decision?
That's the decision. I've decided to take some liquor money now.
That's a bait and switch, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Said the same thing Snoop Dogg did. It's not surprising.
Well, Snoop said he was retiring, right?
Huh?
Didn't he say he was retiring? Oh, no, he said he was quitting weed. That's what he said.
So he's done with the smoke. Done with smoke.
Done with smoke, right. And so now he's going to do edibles or something.
And remember, it was for the smokeless barbecue.
I hated that. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the barbecue. I hated that so much. I knew he was lying as soon as he said it, because he wasn't going to.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
We knew he was lying. But for to be an ad, I don't know. It seems like that would backfire in a way.
I mean, look, anything for attention. And the way things are going right now, like something else will take up your mind in 2 minutes. Let the NBA season start, and I bet you there'll be bigger headlines about LeBron and him trolling you all over Henny.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he got a lot of money for that. But I'm just saying, and you're right, because the social media landscape and the marketing landscape is so crowded, people have to go to extremes to get attention, or they think they have to, like having babies and and fighting with their fellow rappers, or saying they're making a decision. But I think for me, it's a gaslight. For me, it comes across as, I'm not going to believe nothing you say. I just, it's all a setup. You're just playing me for the money. I didn't like it. Sorry, LeBron. Not that he cares what I think. And I didn't like it when Snoop did it either. Yeah, it just seems very, I don't like getting played. And it feels like you're playing us. I also do agree with some analysts who are saying that the age of the celebrity is kind of over, where we wanted to wear what they wear, buy what they buy, put on the makeup they put on, drink what they drink. I think that is winding down, and perhaps that's why people are doing more and more extreme things to get attention. I don't think people care as much as they used to what kind of makeup Kim Kardashian or Rihanna or what kind of liquor LeBron drinks.
I mean, the younger generation too. I mean, they're drinking less and less. Liquor sales are down. We need to keep them down, by the way. I think that's a good thing. They're not as influenced by the Hollywood cloak as we were. So they're not buying into the whole celebrity culture. They're looking at normal people as, the people they would aspire to kind of be like.
Yeah, that's a great point, Miles. I have seen that data. The younger generation, Gen Z particularly, I think it's also millennials your age, and then Gen A, well, they're not even close to being old enough to drink, but Gen Z in particular, they're rejecting alcohol. I don't know, what else they're doing, but I think that is really significant, especially when you consider how many rap artists endorse alcohol, have their own brands, talking about the syrup all the time and this and this and that. That is another really example of how these younger generations are independently minded, and they are determined to do it their way, not your way, not my way. Yeah, it's a perfect time to call me, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. And you're right, I hope they keep it that way, because a drink here or there, that's fine, but the levels of alcoholism and deterioration of our bodies that are brought on by the prior generation's sort of epidemic of alcoholic behavior is not a good thing. So if they're rejecting that, all power to them. Yep, he's going to do it. The president is going to do, at least he says he is. He's going to do a thing for the farmers. We'll talk about that. We'll take your phone calls, all that straight ahead, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrimo when we come forward.
Open enrollment is your opportunity to choose a plan that connects you to Providence's comprehensive healthcare network. Choose a plan that includes Providence and gain access to a dedicated team of highly trained primary care physicians and specialists. From nationally recognized doctors and hospitals, Providence ensures quality care is always within reach. When you choose Providence, you choose after-hours care through our nurse advice line, urgent care, or virtual express care. You choose 24/7 access through the Providence mobile app to message providers, request prescription refills, schedule appointments, check lab results, and more. This open enrollment, prioritize your well-being with the peace of mind that comes from choosing a provider that values excellence and compassionate care. Don't just choose a plan. Choose a plan dedicated to health equity and community engagement. Choose a plan that believes health is a human right. Choose a plan that delivers exceptional care and cares about your community. Choose a plan that offers Providence. Visit chooseprovidence.org to learn more.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
Broadcasting live from Leimert Park, USA. Welcome back to your home for unapologetically progressive radio, KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, indeed. I love my job, and I'm so glad to hear from you all the time at 800-920-1580. So the Trump administration says they're helping farmers, and then they said we're going to get right on that because the tariffs are really making some farmers lose their land. And now they're saying, guess what? Whoops, you're going to have to wait because government shutdown. And speaking of government shutdown, the airport delays are getting worse and worse, spreading as I said they would, as they did last shutdown. It's another day of delays and cancellations, and it looks like it will continue to get worse and worse as the shutdown drags on. The transportation secretary said air traffic controllers are calling in sick. Why? Because they're not being paid during the shutdown. You probably would too. That's also true of TSA and others. Staffing now down at 50% levels in some cases. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580, 3,200 U.S. flights delayed per Tuesday, according to FlightAware, and it's going to get uglier unless this shutdown shuts down. Let's go to Eric calling us from the city of Carson. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dominique. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to chime in about LeBron.
Yes, sir.
this is not. It's not important whether I'm a LeBron fan or not. I'm not going to even address that. This is not me hating on LeBron. I think that it's obvious that LeBron used his celebrity to promote business, and he knows that everybody is hanging on pins and needles to see if he's going to announce a retirement. And he was going to. It was like E.F. Hutton. And everybody was going to listen to what he had to say.
Right.
And he took advantage. Yeah, I think he took advantage of a platform. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, don't appreciate it. And like you, I know he doesn't care what I think, probably less than what he cares about you, but I don't appreciate it.
Yeah. You feel like you bait and switch kind of situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you have the power to do this. If I wanted to hook up with alcohol company to promote something, I can't do what LeBron did. So he was able to get everyone's attention. And I think that whether someone drinks or not, I think this is kind of like, you're going to associate this with LeBron, and it's kind of like a subliminal message.
Yeah, I also think that it feels like you're trying to cash out while you can. Miles, you had something to say about it?
I'm curious. I'm just want to know, do you guys think that maybe we as people in society, we're a little too nosy? Like, should we really have cared as much about LeBron saying he has something? Like, we can wait for the actual announcement to drop if he's going to announce his retirement.
No, I don't think we're too nosy. I mean, maybe we are too nosy, but that's entertainment. Sports is entertainment. You're an entertainer. If you tell us you have a big announcement, we should be nosy about it. You're one of the most popular entertainers in the world.
To have expectation for what we're going to get from it, just because we thought he's going to announce his retirement for us on the time we thought he was going to. I mean, can't be too upset.
Well, I look, if he would have announced that he was having another child, you know what I mean, or starting a foundation or something other than the retirement, I would have been fine with that. The reason I feel a way about it is because I feel like he's pimping us a little bit. Eric?
I think that you have a radio show, and if you made an announcement that I have something big to tell my listeners, everyone, next Monday, October 13th, I have an announcement to make. I'm going to be glued. I'm like, oh wait, I don't care what I'm doing on Monday. I got to listen to what Dominique got to say, because this is big. You have a platform, and you can use it however you choose to, respectfully, and so can LeBron, and he did. He used it the way he wanted to. Good for LeBron.
I don't know. To Miles, to your point, I also think that it undermines. It's one of the reasons why we're not as enamored with celebrity culture as we were, because it seems like it's all about the money. And I'm not saying that about LeBron James. I know he funds a lot of important community initiatives, and that he has been he's showed up in a big way for charitable events. I know that, but I just think it's always Skims or liquor, Ciroc or this or that. It's always buy something, buy this, buy that. And I get that we're business people, but there's something disingenuous about that.
Yeah, and I feel you. I feel like we shouldn't be surprised, though. I mean, that's one. I keep saying it's the environment that we in. This is how marketing works. This is how attention is working right now. It's the attention economy. They figuring out different ways to pimp the attention economy out of us. So, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say as well, I think we may be a little too nosy, because we play right into that hand of being upset over something over somebody trolling but we clap when somebody else is trolling. It's trolling at the end of the day. It's attention is what they're trying to get.
Yeah, okay, but it's also your brand,
right?
And if you want us to trust you when you talk about important things, then you can't play us about. It's like during the height of COVID, I had several requests to endorse those shots, and I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
I guess.
I actually opted to take the initial two shot series. I did it in conjunction with a holistic doctor, and I made sure that I went the extra mile. But I turned down that opportunity because I feel like if I'm a trusted messenger, then I have to be really mindful about what I endorse. I don't want to exploit people. If I'm talking to you every day and you trust me, I don't want to just sell you stuff.
But I mean, that's a whole different conversation than the tactic of trolling, because we can talk about you pushing the liquor, or you're pushing something on somebody, you're pushing gambling on somebody, you're pushing all these types of things through what you on people, but that's different than the marketing tactic that was used.
Well, yeah, no, it's not necessarily though, because to me, if he did that trolling tactic and he was starting a literacy campaign for, Black America, I wouldn't mind it. It's not just the tactic. It's the tactic in conjunction with what you're selling. To me, Eric.
Can I add one last point?
Yeah, that's what I was handing you the mic for.
If the president of the United States can use his platform for personal gain, why shouldn't everybody else?
It's a fair point. So if the president can sell Bibles and whatever else he's selling, Bitcoins, then LeBron should be able to sell liquor. I don't disagree with that. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to do it. I'm just saying if you expect us to trust you about more important things, then I think you need to be mindful. It's not just the shot. I've turned down endorsement opportunities for holistic formulas that were supposed to be, magic bullets, because I didn't feel comfortable pushing people to spend $50 for some superfood when a lot of people need to buy carrots and celery and lettuce, for their health. Like, just eat some vegetables, walk around the block. I'm not saying that I'm better than, because trust me, if Kim needs a spokeswoman, I'll do Skims. You know what I'm saying?
McDonald's wanted to sponsor First Things First. They could drop a check, I'm sure.
Well, that would be up to Tavis. If it was up to me, that would be a no, because I think that they are undermining the health and well-being of our community. That's me. That's my position. You won't see me endorsing them. In fact, I've actually had my agent say no thank you when called in for that commercial. But this is not I'm not the owner of this radio station, so that wouldn't be my call. But I do think, as so-called brands, as trusted messengers, as celebrities, particularly as Black people, because our community relies more on us than perhaps some other communities, that we need to be mindful of what we're pushing and how we're pushing it. Maybe that's just Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Eric, real quick.
Okay. I'll just say that even as a parent or as a mentor, I think you have a responsibility to use your platform appropriately. And I think that's what you're essentially saying.
Yeah, more or less. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate the call. I mean, LeBron, look, he has a right to do whatever he wants. He don't need advice from me. I was just trying to figure out why I felt the way about that. And it's not just him. It's a lot of them. And I see you in the comments. Jerry says, if this was his own liquor company, then I could see it. But what does LeBron need more endorsement gigs for? In any case, he gonna do what he's gonna do. And a lot of y'all were drinking Hennessy anyway, so you can't say nothing about that.
And they might have gave him some equity.
I hope so. That'd be good. And Jerry also says, you valuing your brand is different from others valuing theirs. Yes, and we all have a right to make our own decisions about our own brands and what we choose to show up for and endorse. Alrighty, I'm excited. Dr. Noelle Reed, MD, is joining us. She is one of my favorite doctors in the whole wide world, and probably one of the more famous doctors in the world. We're privileged to have her in. Show up for that after news, traffic, and sports, only on KBLA, of course. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. University of Colorado head coach Deion Sanders underwent a procedure